Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Ninjago Legacy, and why it kind of seems as though Ninjago Legacy is being phased out of the Ninjago brand slowly but surely. I think a lot of us as Ninjago fans have this idea in mind that perhaps Ninjago Legacy isn't going to be a thing for much longer, especially going into the year of 2022. With the release of the new Ninjago core sets, it seems like these things could easily take over as the new Ninjago Legacy sets, and as of the time of recording this video, we do not have a confirmation of any Ninjago Legacy sets existing in the year of 2022. We have no idea what the summertime wave will hold just yet. However, if that wave doesn't have any Ninjago Legacy sets in it, I fear the worst for Ninjago Legacy. I think at that point in time, it would be worth considering that Ninjago Legacy may in fact be no more. And that's truly a shame. I mean, Ninjago Legacy is a pretty good idea. I wasn't super on board with it when I first heard about it all those years ago, but after experiencing the sets for themselves and building several of them, I find that Ninjago Legacy has some of the best sets that Ninjago has ever seen. The Ninjago Legacy line has been great for remakes for the most part, but like I said, it seems to be slowing down. Once again, we have no Legacy sets confirmed for 2022, so far at least, but in a way, I kind of expected Legacy to end one day. As great of an idea as it is, there's only so much that Ninjago Legacy can do before remaking older sets gets a little too repetitive, dare I say. Maybe LEGO has simply run out of sets to remake with Ninjago Legacy, because several sets, especially from Season 6 onwards, very much meet the standards of modern day LEGO, at least in my opinion they do. So to me it makes sense why Ninjago Legacy may not be around for much longer, and if Ninjago Core is easily going to take over as the new Ninjago Legacy, I can totally see why. However, I still think that there are some possibilities for Ninjago Legacy, so here are 7 sets that I think deserve to be remade under the Ninjago Legacy brand before this series gets completely canceled by LEGO. Alright, so first things first, we have the Lightning Dragon Battle, or maybe even just some Lightning Dragon set in general. With the addition of the Fire Dragon in the most recent line of Ninjago Legacy sets, I think the other dragons deserve a spot at being remade as well, and that's especially true for the Lightning Dragon, which originally came out as a limited edition, hard to find set. This thing is awesome looking, and I think it totally deserves a Legacy remake. Maybe make the dragon a little smaller, while still keeping that epic scope that this original set had. Maybe exclude the skeleton helicopter, or you could even include it, remake that too. I think the dragon though should take priority, very similar to the Fire Dragon that we got earlier this year for Ninjago Legacy. You could use the exact same head, obviously with a different color, and you could include Legacy J, it doesn't really matter to me. Obviously though, I think the Lightning Dragon deserves a Legacy remake because I would like to see all of the dragons be remade eventually. You know how cool it would be to just have all of the dragons together again after 10 plus years? Please LEGO, please make it happen. And that goes for the other dragons too, including Earth Dragon Defense. This guy uses a different head mold, but that head mold has already been remade for Legacy with the Golden Dragon. So just recolor that into a more Earth-like color scheme, and there you go, you have yourself a remake of the Earth Dragon. I feel like the remake should probably have wings of some kind. The lack of wings on the original set was a huge issue for me back in the day. I remember thinking very clearly, why doesn't this thing have wings? That's kind of dumb. So give the remake some wings, make it look more like the other dragons, while still maybe keeping the more ground appearance that the Earth Dragon has always had. The more grounded, I guess, personality that Rocky the Dragon gives off. Overall, yeah, this set already is pretty solid, but I think it could greatly benefit from a Legacy remake. Again, having all of the dragons together is a dream of mine for Ninjago Legacy, and I hope it happens before Legacy comes to a close. For the Ice Dragon set, I think the biggest issue with this guy is the lack of, I guess, detail. I know that the Ice Dragon is by far the smallest of the original 4 dragons, but this guy is just kind of weak looking compared to the others. Make this guy a little bigger in Ninjago Legacy, make him look a little bit more intimidating. Again, that head mold exists already for Legacy, so just recolor that for Shard, the Ice Dragon, and there you go, you have yourself a pretty solid Ice Dragon set for Legacy. And as mentioned earlier, we already have the Fire Dragon, and I'm craving more dragons. Please LEGO, please give us Legacy remakes of the Ice Dragon, the Earth Dragon, and the Lightning Dragon. That would be awesome. Stepping away from dragons, we have Cole's Tread Assault, which I'm actually surprised does not have a Legacy remake already. This one is kind of in an odd place right now. Out of all of the original Golden Weapon vehicles, this one does not have a Legacy remake. It's the only one that doesn't have some type of remake remake for Ninjago Legacy. The Blade Cycle, the Stormfighter, and Zane's Snowmobile all showed up in Legacy in some way, shape, or form. This guy, we never got him, and I think Legacy could make this guy look a lot better. Obviously with the original, it looks pretty cool though, and it still holds up to this day if it weren't for the fact that this thing is super fragile. I remember getting this set back in the day and having bits and pieces of it fall off constantly, especially for the transformation sequence. It was very flimsy and very difficult to play with and just have fun with. I think you could make it a little beefier, make it a little bigger, bump up that piece count a little bit, make it a solid $40 set, and just call it good from there. I think the only reason why we don't have this set already is because we got the Earth Driller instead, which I agree desperately needed the remake more, but this guy could totally benefit from a remake as well. Then we have the Electromech, and the Electromech, I know, already got a Legacy remake in the form of a really bad, really awful Juniors set, and myself being a big fan of the original Electromech set, this thing deserves a lot better. I would like LEGO to remake this probably in the exact same style as Zane's Titan Mech Battle from Legacy earlier this year. That would be just super cool to me, and I would love to see a bigger, beefier, more show-accurate Electromech. You know, clean up this design a little bit, make it a little more sleek and agile looking, and overall, I think this thing deserves a lot better than just a Juniors set. Give this set the full treatment, please. That is definitely towards the top of my wish list. I've been trying to find some possession sets that could benefit from Ninjago Legacy remakes, and I feel like the Ronin Rex could benefit from something like that. I think this early design is very solid. It's definitely not a bad design. Maybe just touch it up a little bit. I never ended up getting this set because I didn't really care for the cluttered look of the entire thing. I also didn't like the Arjitsu flyer on the back of it, so maybe make it a little more accurate to how we saw it in the show, make it more like a traditional helicopter, and of course give us an updated Ronin figure. We had one already for the Ninjago City Gardens, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe you could just reuse that one. Either way, this could be a fantastic opportunity for Ninjago Legacy to showcase a remake of a set that never really belonged to a specific ninja, and this guy, of course, being Ronin's vehicle primarily, I think LEGO could benefit from making this a little bigger, maybe having the cockpit hold all four of the ninja. That could be kind of cool, and while you're at it, include all of the ninja and Ronin along with a couple of ghosts. Just make this thing a spectacle. And of course, the final set that I have ready for you guys today is the Attack of the Moro Dragon set. This thing, when it came out, was really cool. I loved this dragon, never ended up getting it though because it was just out of my price range and I preferred other things at the time. I wanted to prioritize other sets over this one, but this guy is still pretty cool. I think Legacy could remake this dragon, give it a better head mold. The head is admittedly kind of messy in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan of that design. I do like the body though, with the curves going on. That looks awesome. I think Legacy could totally remake that and make it bigger. I think bigger in this case is better. Make it a bigger set, make it a larger dragon, maybe make it the biggest dragon to come out of Ninjago Legacy. You could even give us a Legacy remake of Possessed Lloyd, and also give us some Legacy 3 variants of Jay and Kai, maybe even include the other ninja here, maybe include Cole as a ghost in some way. That could be cool to see. Either way, I think this set deserves a remake. It was totally one of the best possession sets back in the day that I never ended up getting, of course, but still, remaking this in the modern day with all of the advancements that we have right now, including a better head sculpt, maybe a better build for the body, I think this set could only benefit from getting remade in Ninjago Legacy. So yeah, those are just my quick thoughts on some sets that could greatly benefit from Ninjago Legacy remakes, and in terms of the question, is Ninjago Legacy over? I sure hope not. However, it's not looking good for the Ninjago Legacy brand right now, especially with Ninjago Core coming out, which does appear to, in a way, focus on once again remaking older sets, but doing it more subtly, dare I say. For example, instead of making a Legacy Ninja Nightcrawler from Sons of Garmadon, they just made a new Lloyd card that looks very similar to the Ninja Nightcrawler. Not necessarily a remake, more of like a tribute. But hey, once again, I still feel like there are many ideas that Ninjago Legacy could use for new sets, and I have presented some Ninjago sets in today's video that could greatly benefit from Legacy remakes once again. I hope that Ninjago Legacy continues into the future. However, I have to admit, as a Ninjago Legacy fan, it's not looking good right now. And we can't really answer the question for sure as to whether or not Ninjago Legacy is over until we see just a complete absence of Ninjago Legacy sets in the Ninjago series. So thanks a lot for watching today's video, you guys. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this topic. Do you think Ninjago Legacy is truly over? And like I've done in today's video, feel free to drop some suggestions for Ninjago Legacy remakes down below in the comments as well. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.